The schoolyard went silent all at once. Students stopped walking, conversations died mid-sentence. Every eye turned toward the center of the courtyard. The poor girl stood there, frozen, her backpack open on the ground in front of her. The teacher held something high in the air. A wallet. "This was found in her bag," the teacher said loudly, making sure everyone could hear. The popular girl's wallet. A wave of murmurs spread across the yard. The poor girl shook her head in panic. "I didn't take it," she said. "I swear I didn't." The popular girl stood a few steps away, surrounded by friends. Her arms were crossed, her expression calm, almost sad. "I don't like drama," she said softly, "but my wallet disappeared during recess." The whispers grew louder. She needed money. Of course it was her. She's always alone. The teacher turned to the poor girl, her face hard. "Do you understand how serious this is?" she asked. "Yes," the poor girl replied, her voice breaking. "But it's not mine. I didn't touch it." The teacher sighed loudly, as if disappointed. "I defended you before, but this speaks for itself." She dropped the wallet back into the open backpack so everyone could see it inside. A few students laughed. Others pulled out their phones. The poor girl felt her legs weaken. "I was just sitting on the bench," she whispered. "I never went near her things." The teacher pointed toward the school building. "You're going to the principal's office, now." As the poor girl bent down to close her backpack, her fingers brushed against something else inside. A folded note. She froze. She was sure that hadn't been there before. She didn't open it. She slowly stood up, lifting the backpack onto her shoulders. As she walked away across the courtyard, the noise followed her. Before reaching the doors, she turned her head slightly. The popular girl was watching, and she was smiling. That was when the poor girl understood. This wasn't a mistake. It was a trap, and everyone had already chosen what they wanted to believe. Earlier that morning, the schoolyard had looked completely different. Students laughed, ran across the concrete, and gathered in small groups under the weak sun. The poor girl sat alone on her usual bench, near the edge of the courtyard, eating the lunch she had brought from home. Dry bread, nothing else. She kept her backpack close to her feet, one strap wrapped around her ankle. She had learned to do that. Across the yard, the popular girl stood with her friends, laughing loudly. She noticed the poor girl immediately. She always did. That morning, the popular girl had arrived upset. Her wallet was missing, or at least that's what she told her friends. "I swear it was in my desk," she said. "Someone must have taken it." Her friends gasped. Then one of them glanced toward the poor girl. The popular girl followed her gaze, and an idea formed. A few minutes later, the popular girl walked casually across the courtyard, pretending to look for something. She stopped near the poor girl's bench. "Have you seen a wallet?" she asked sweetly. The poor girl looked up, startled. "No, I haven't," she said quickly. "I haven't." The popular girl smiled. "That's okay," she replied. "Just asking." She turned away, but as she passed behind the bench, she slowed. Just enough. When the poor girl stood up to throw away her trash, the popular girl moved. Fast, silent. The wallet disappeared into the open backpack. no one noticed, except one student sitting nearby, headphones on, half watching, half not. By the time the bell rang, the popular girl was already crying, and the story had been planted. The poor girl didn't know anything was wrong at first. She walked to class like any other day, sat in her seat, and opened her notebook. But she felt it almost immediately. The weight. Her backpack felt heavier. At lunch, whispers followed her through the hallway. She stole something. I heard it was money. They're looking for it. She tried to ignore them. After school, she went home quietly. Her older sister was already there. "You were seen with that girl," her sister said, without greeting her, "the popular one." The poor girl frowned. "She asked me something, that's all," she replied. Her sister scoffed. "Stay away from people like that. They don't talk to you unless they want something." That night, the poor girl opened her backpack to check her homework. That was when she saw it. The wallet. Her heart stopped. She stared at it, frozen, unable to breathe. "I didn't take this," she whispered. She didn't sleep. By morning, fear sat heavy in her chest. And when recess came, the teacher was already looking for her. The teacher called everyone to stop. Right there in the courtyard. She opened the poor girl's backpack in front of everyone and pulled out the wallet. The moment unfolded exactly as we saw. The accusations, the whispers, the pointing fingers. The poor girl denied it. The popular girl played the victim. Phones came out. Laughter mixed with judgment. And the poor girl was sent away in front of the entire school. But as she walked toward the building, her fingers closed around the folded note inside her backpack. She opened it. 3 words written in shaky ink. "Check the cameras." Her breath caught. She turned around. The student with the headphones stood near the benches, staring at the ground. That was when the poor girl realized she wasn't completely alone. In the principal's office, the poor girl said nothing at first. She just handed over the note. The principal raised an eyebrow. "Who gave this to you?" "I don't know," she said honestly. They checked the cameras. The footage wasn't clear, but it was enough. A shadow, a movement, a hand near the backpack. Not proof, but doubt. The student from the courtyard was called in, hands shaking, eyes down. "I didn't want trouble," they said quietly, "but I saw her put it there." The room fell silent. The principal leaned back. "That changes everything," he said. The poor girl was called in next. She entered confidently. She left, shaking. The footage, the witness, the wallet placement. Her story fell apart piece by piece. She tried to blame someone else. Then the poor girl. Then silence. The teacher stood nearby, pale. "I assumed," she said softly. The principal looked at her. "That was your mistake." They returned to the courtyard, where it all began. This whole school watched as the truth was explained. The popular girl cried. The teacher apologized. No one laughed. The poor girl stood quietly, her backpack still on her shoulders. She wasn't smiling. She didn't need to. As students slowly walked away, the yard felt different, quieter. That afternoon, her older sister waited for her at home. "I heard," she said simply. The poor girl nodded. Nothing else was needed, because the lie had collapsed and the truth had spoken.